Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment when life knocks you down so hard, you question everything. You look at your circumstances, your dreams, and even yourself, wondering how you got here. Maybe it's a loss, a mistake, or a season of failure. But let me tell you, your setback is not the end of your story. The first step to resetting your life is simple but powerful. Acknowledge the setback. Whatever it is, own it. Denial won't help you heal, and excuses won't change your reality. You've got to look that problem square in the eye and say, yes, this happened, but it's not the final chapter. Next, accept responsibility. Blame has no place here. It may not have all been your fault, but your future is your responsibility. When you take control of your response, you take control of your destiny. You are the driver of your life. No one else can steer this comeback for you. Then, renew your mindset. This is where real change begins. It's not enough to change what you're doing if you don't change how you're thinking. Trade in self-pity for self-discipline. Instead of dwelling on what you lost, focus on what you can build. A renewed mind transforms every problem into an opportunity. Once your mind is right, redefine your vision. Ask yourself, where am I going now? Maybe your old path has ended, but there's a new one waiting. Dream again. Set new goals. You may have been delayed, but you are not denied. The future is still yours to shape. But here's the hard truth. Resetting your life takes work. Commit to the process. Every day, take one small step forward. There will be days when you want to quit, when it feels like you're moving in slow motion. That's when consistency will carry you. Stay faithful to your future, even when it's hard. Finally, transform pain into strength. Pain can either break you or build you. You choose. The things that hurt you, disappoint you, and challenge you, they are sharpening you. If you let them, they'll prepare you to come back stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. So today, I challenge you. Reset your life. Not halfway, not with hesitation, fully. Come back stronger. Because the world doesn't define your story, you do. And this time, your story will be one of resilience, victory, and undeniable greatness. Your comeback starts now. Let's go! There comes a moment when life knocks you down so hard you question everything. You look at your circumstances, your dreams, and even yourself, wondering how you got here. Maybe it's a loss, a mistake, or a season of failure. But let me tell you, your setback is not the end of your story. You can't move forward if you're not honest about where you are. Too often we avoid facing the full weight of our circumstances. We bury our disappointment. We ignore the hurt. We convince ourselves that time alone will fix everything. But healing and growth require more than just waiting. They require truth. You've got to look at what went wrong with clear, unflinching eyes. That doesn't mean beating yourself up or drowning in regret. It means acknowledging reality without judgment. Maybe it's painful to face what's been broken or lost. Maybe it feels easier to avoid the problem or blame others. But denial won't help you heal, and excuses won't change your reality. You have to take stock of the situation, no matter how hard it is, and say to yourself, this happened. I'm not where I want to be, and that's okay for now. Because until you acknowledge the setback, you can't move beyond it. This is not a moment of weakness. It's a moment of power. When you fully recognize your setback, you stop being a victim of it. You reclaim your ability to make decisions and take action. Acknowledging what went wrong is not a sign that you're stuck. It's the first step toward freedom. And freedom is what you need to start again. One of the most important steps in resetting your life is taking responsibility. You can't move forward if you're dragging the weight of blame behind you. It's tempting to point fingers at circumstances, people, or even fate. Maybe you were wronged. Maybe you weren't given a fair shot. But regardless of what happened, your future is not determined by what others did. It's determined by how you respond. Taking responsibility doesn't mean taking blame for everything. It doesn't mean you're saying, it's all my fault. What it does mean is this: you're taking ownership of your life from this moment forward. You're saying, I may not control what happened to me, but I do control what happens next. That's power. That's taking the pen and writing the next chapter of your story with intention. Responsibility is not just about actions. It's about mindset. You've got to take ownership of how you think. If you stay stuck in victimhood, you'll stay stuck in your circumstances. But when you take responsibility for your thoughts, you open the door to transformation. You can choose to see setbacks as lessons. You can choose to turn obstacles into opportunities. It's not easy. Responsibility demands honesty and humility. It may mean admitting where you went wrong or acknowledging choices that led to a setback. That takes courage. But once you do, you free yourself. You no longer have to wait for someone to rescue you or for conditions to improve. You become the agent of your own change. The road to resetting your life begins with this one powerful decision: I am responsible for me. It's not a burden, it's a gift. Because the moment you take full responsibility, you step into full control. And that's when real change becomes possible. The way you think will determine how far you go. You can reset every external part of your life, change jobs, move to a new place, surround yourself with different people. But if your mindset stays the same, you'll eventually end up right back where you started. That's why renewing your mindset is essential to any comeback. You can't step into a new season with the same defeated mentality that held you back before. Renewing your mindset begins with shifting your focus. Instead of dwelling on the things that went wrong, focus on what's still possible. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? Every setback carries a lesson. Every challenge contains an opportunity. You just have to be willing to see it. And let me be clear, this is not about ignoring reality or sugarcoating pain. You're not pretending everything is fine. You're choosing to face the truth with a different perspective. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim, you see yourself as someone in the process of growth. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, you see it as a stepping stone. Renewing your mindset also means guarding your thoughts. Be mindful of what you allow into your headspace. The world is full of negativity, and if you're not careful, it will seep into your soul. Surround yourself with voices that speak life, encouragement, and hope. Speak those things over yourself. Tell yourself daily, I am capable, I am growing, I am moving forward. Lastly, be patient with yourself. A renewed mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily decision to shift your thinking from defeat to determination. It's a practice, not a one-time event. But every time you choose hope over despair, every time you choose strength over self-doubt, you are rewiring your mind for success. And as your mindset changes, so will your life. When life takes an unexpected turn, your old vision may no longer fit the person you're becoming. You may have once dreamed of a certain future only to find that life had other plans. That's why redefining your vision is a crucial part of resetting your life. It's not about clinging to the past. It's about opening your heart and mind to new possibilities. First, take a moment to reflect on where you are and what truly matters to you. What are your core values? What lessons have you learned from your setbacks? Often, challenges have a way of clarifying our priorities. Maybe you realize you were chasing goals that weren't really fulfilling. Maybe you were trying to live up to someone else's expectations. Now is the time to let go of anything that doesn't align with your authentic self. Next, ask yourself, what do I really want now? Be specific. Vague dreams lead to vague results. You don't have to figure out every detail, but you should have a clear sense of direction. Maybe you want a healthier body, a stronger relationship, a more meaningful career, or a deeper sense of peace. Whatever it is, make it personal and make it purposeful. Don't be afraid to dream big. Setbacks may have shaken your confidence, but they didn't take away your potential. You are still capable of achieving great things. Redefining your vision is not about settling for less. It's about choosing a path that aligns with your growth, strength, and newfound wisdom. Write down your vision. Visualize it daily, speak it out loud, and remind yourself that even if the journey is long, you are moving forward. Your old vision may have ended, but a new and greater one is taking its place. You are not defined by where you've been. You are defined by where you're going. And with a redefined vision, you are unstoppable. Resetting your life is not a one-time decision. It's a process. And that process demands commitment. It's easy to feel motivated when you first decide to make a change. You're full of energy, ideas, and hope. But what happens when the excitement fades, when progress feels slow, or obstacles appear? That's when commitment is tested, and that's when true transformation begins. Commitment means showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's doing the work when no one is watching. It's making small choices that may not seem significant at the moment but add up over time. It's choosing discipline over comfort, consistency over convenience. Growth is built brick by brick, day by day, with effort and patience. There will be setbacks along the way. You might fall back into old habits or face challenges that make you question whether you're on the right path. That's normal. The key is not perfection, it's persistence. Every time you get knocked down, choose to get back up. Every time doubt creeps in, remind yourself of why you started. Stay anchored to your vision, even when progress is invisible. Remember that the process is not just about reaching a destination. It's about becoming the person you need to be for the life you want. Each step, each decision, each challenge is shaping you. The struggle itself is part of your preparation. You're building resilience, discipline, and strength that will carry you far beyond this season. Commitment also means being patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. There will be moments of frustration, but don't confuse slow progress with failure. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Stay faithful to your future, even when it's hard. Because the more you commit to the process, the more unstoppable you become. And before long, you'll look back and realize that every small step brought you closer to the comeback you were destined for. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers. It may not feel like it when you're in the middle of it, but the very thing that tried to break you can become the thing that builds you. Your pain, your setbacks, your disappointments, they are not wasted. If you allow it, that pain can be transformed into strength that propels you to a new level of growth and purpose. The first step in turning pain into strength is to confront it. You can't heal from what you refuse to face. Don't suppress your emotions or try to rush through the hurt. Feel it, sit with it, cry if you need to, but don't let it consume you. Acknowledge your wounds, but don't let them define you. Your pain is part of your story, but it's not the whole story. Once you've faced it, start reframing it. Pain doesn't just happen to you, it happens for you, if you choose to see it that way. Every setback holds a lesson. Every disappointment carries wisdom. Maybe you learned who you can truly trust. Maybe you discovered hidden strength you didn't know you had. Maybe you realized it was time to let go of something that no longer served you. Find the growth hidden within the hardship. Next, use that pain as fuel. Let it drive you to be better, stronger, more determined. Instead of allowing it to weigh you down, let it push you forward. When life gets tough, remind yourself of everything you've already survived. You've been through storms before, and you came out on the other side. That's proof of your resilience. That's evidence that you can handle whatever comes next. Pain also has the power to create empathy and connection. When you transform your pain, you gain the ability to lift others who are struggling. Your scars become a testimony of hope. Your story of overcoming can inspire someone else to keep going. Strength is not just about what you've endured. It's about how you use that endurance to make a difference. So don't let your pain be wasted. Let it refine you. Let it sharpen your focus and deepen your purpose. You have the power to turn every wound into wisdom and every loss into leverage. And when you do, you'll come back not just healed, but stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. Reset your life and come back stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of throwing us off course. Sometimes it's an unexpected storm, a failure, a betrayal, a loss that shakes us to our core. Other times it's a slow drift, and one day we wake up wondering how we got so far from where we wanted to be. But hear me clearly. Wherever you are today, your story is not over. You have the power to reset, to rise, and to come back stronger. The first step is to face your reality. Acknowledge the setback. Whatever it is, no matter how painful or messy, don't run from it. You can't heal what you won't confront. Own your circumstances. Name the disappointment. But don't stop there. Look at it and say, yes, this happened, but I'm not staying here. Because acknowledging where you are is the first step to moving forward. Then, take responsibility. Maybe life didn't go the way you planned. Maybe others let you down. But your future? That's yours to own. Blame won't help you. Excuses won't move you. The only thing that will is this: taking full control of what happens next. Own your decisions, your actions, and most importantly, your mindset. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. And to take back your life, you must renew your mind. You can't create a new future with the same defeated mentality. Choose to shift your perspective. Stop focusing on what went wrong and start focusing on what's still possible. Speak life into your situation. Surround yourself with voices of hope and encouragement, even if that voice has to be your own. A renewed mindset unlocks doors you didn't even know were there. Once your mind is right, redefine your vision. Maybe the old dream doesn't fit anymore, and that's okay. This is a chance to dream again. Set new goals. Align them with who you are now, not who you used to be. Write them down. Speak them aloud. And hold on to that vision with everything you've got. But understand this: transformation takes time. You must commit to the process. Show up every day, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Stay disciplined, stay consistent, because every small step, every act of perseverance builds momentum. And eventually, you'll look back and see how far you've come. Finally, transform your pain into strength. Your pain is not a punishment, it's a tool. Let it teach you, refine you, and drive you. Let it deepen your empathy and expand your resilience. The things that tried to break you can become the very things that build you. When you rise from the ashes of your pain, you don't just come back, you come back stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. So today I challenge you, reset your life. No half measures, no more waiting. Make the decision, take the steps, and watch your life transform. Your story is not over. In fact, it's just getting started. Your comeback begins now. Let's go.